Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. It's opening day for Major League Baseball all over. The Cincinnati Reds play at 4:10 against the Giants. I got my sweatshirt on. National Whiskey Day. Maybe the Kentucky bourbon producers will be happy about something today. National Scribble Day. Do you scribble? I do. It's also National Joe Day. My son Parker's dog's named Joe because it looks like a cup of Joe because he was a brown lab. Get it? MS-13. You can't make it up. The top East Coast leader captured in Virginia. You got to ask yourself this question: why wasn't Joe Biden capturing the guy? CNN says the optimism in the United States is extremely high. The CNN pollster has to purport this. It's awesome, isn't it? Tucker's father, Richard Warner Carlson, died at 84. He was a former U.S. ambassador to Skeelys under George H.W. Bush administration, early 90s. Served as director of the Voice of America under President Reagan, and he's a former reporter. Obviously, that's where Tucker got his media chops. I'm sure Tucker's sad. Wish you the best, Tucker. NPR chief admitted that not reporting on the Hunter Biden laptop was a mistake. Can you say trying to save your ass? I don't think it's going to work. Too little, too late, as they say. It's a wild story. A pilot and two young girls, passengers, were saved by the plane crash. They were on the plane wing when they were picked up, freezing their asses off. I think they were out there for like 16 hours. Crazy. So Jeff Goldberg from The Atlantic, very interesting. He's the guy that was on the phone call, the signal call. And here is something that I can't believe no one is saying. Why didn't the guy keep his mouth shut? Why didn't he contact the Trump administration and say, hey, this happened, just wanted to say, hey, I'm sure this is an isolated mistake. No. He tried to make political hay out of it. How about this guy hate America? If he really cared about his country, he would have kept his mouth shut. One has to think, is it treason that he didn't? I don't know. Alaska leases that Joe Biden shut down. Court has ruled. Mistake, have to open back up. Maxine Waters says Melania ought to be deported. Really? Really? Elon Musk came to her defense. Musk is going to be the Trump administration person who is going to investigate the signal call text issue. 2-1 was the vote on the D.C. Court of Appeals, where the deportation issue is front and center under the Alien Enemies Act. The Republican-appointed judge voted for Trump. This is headed to the United States Supreme Court, where Trump will win. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins unanimously. FAA is going to hire 2,000 new workers. Good for them. Chris Rocheleau, the head of the Federal Aviation Administration, says he's on the ball. Dollar Tree, you can't make this up. They're now going to be $1.75. But the range is really going to be $1.25 to $7. And my crack producer gave me a note here. It was $1.25 in 2021, 3 to 5. Now it's gone up. I wonder if they're going to change their name to $1.75 store. I doubt it. United Healthcare is getting rid of all their woke. That's how bad woke is. DEI is going to be removed. Trump is announcing today 25% tariffs on all foreign automobiles. Period. Boy, isn't that something? My crack producer gave me a chart. Mexico is the largest. Japan, South Korea, Canada, and Germany. Pretty interesting. Now, Mexicans don't make a car. So that's American companies in Mexico. At least the cars coming in from Japan and South Korea and Germany are cars made there by those countries' companies. How sad is it? The biggest importer of vehicles is Mexico, and that's our country making them in Mexico. Good job, crack producer. In world news, King Charles is growing cannabis, apparently, on the royal grounds for his cancer pain. I think that's awesome. Vietnam says they're going to reduce the import duties on Trump in light of the tariffs. In other words, the tariff threat is working. A Canadian furniture manufacturer is moving to North Carolina, which is a big furniture manufacturing state in our country, and it's called Prepack. That's good news. Noam went down to El Salvador to pose for a picture in front of all the crazy guys. She loves a photo op. Doge, you ready for this? They've uncovered Peru climate, funds going to Peru for climate change, and for gender studies in Mexico. You believe that stuff? And Zelensky says that he thinks Putin's going to die soon and that'll change everything. Well, Putin seems pretty healthy, but who knows? Japanese investment is going to go up in the United States in light of the tariffs. Isn't that a good thing? And pop culture, these three folks, Tony Brown, June Carter Cash, and Kenny Chesney, are going to be the inductees into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And the CIA, apparently, actually visualized and saw proof of the Ark of the Covenant. If that's the case, where the hell is it? Can you imagine how much that would go at an auction? Wow. Then Sports Without Boundaries, besides Major League Baseball opening, the Dodgers have accepted a White House trip. Lindsey Vonn finished second. She's 40 years old and she's back, looking good and skiing great. Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins were traded for each other. Well, at the game this week, Jimmy Butler, they even did a tribute to him, didn't shake hands with anybody. Jimmy. And the Lakers last night won on a buzzer kickback from LeBron James. They won 120-119 over the Pacers. Today's games, boy, what a sports day. I get to go home and watch the Reds, and then we got this. BYU at Bama, Maryland at Florida, Arizona at Duke, and Arkansas at Texas Tech. One history note today. Today was the day in 1794 the Navy was founded. I salute all you Navy folks, including my good buddy Chuck Holbrook. Shakespeare insult of the day. Reeky plum-plucked boar. Do not be, Sabrina, a reeky plume-plucked boar. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Let's go Reds.